It is incredible to be here with y'all. The energy in this room, I feel, is incredible. Thank y'all for being here this morning. Listen, it is truly an honor for me to have the endorsement of Congressman Andrew Clyde. I do have Andrew Clyde, as well as Jody Heiss. And that is a true honor this morning. I want to let y'all know that I'm not running for Congress because I want to go to Washington, D.C. I'm running for Congress because we are in a true fight of our life for the heart and soul of this country. And we have to send conservative fighters up to D.C. We cannot afford to replace Jody Heiss with Mitt Romney Republicans. Let me tell you quickly about myself. First, I'm a man of faith. I serve at my local church. I'm a deacon. And you Baptists, y'all can pray for me. I'm currently on the pulpit committee. So we're looking for a pastor, and I hope I have a home church after this. So my wife and I, we have 4 awesome kids. She is a former educator. She now homeschools our children. And thank you. She is an amazing lady. We have 11 to 3 years old. I own a small construction company. It's called Patriot Construction Group, and I am currently a state representative. I never envisioned running for public office, but my wife and I went to Bolivia to serve building an orphanage about 15 years ago when we first got married. And we lived through that country's transition from democracy to a dictatorship. It had a huge impact on a young couple. And when we got back to the States to start our family, we named our first daughter Liberty, to truly remind us on a daily basis that we're grateful to be Americans, but that we have to stand up and fight for her freedom. Y'all, I believe my generation and that of my kids have the most freedom to lose than any other generation that's gone before. And we've got to stand up and fight for that. So that's when I ran for state rep. Many other things the last speaker spoke about, I have been fighting against or for. The fair tax for Georgia, I am the co-sponsor on that bill for the last 3 sessions. That needs to happen here in Georgia. And she's completely right. There's folks that are now pushing that because all of a sudden they decided to run for a higher office and they've been in office and they haven't helped yet. Gambling, it's something we fight against. And I see a couple of my state rep friends here. We have been fighting against that bill for a very long time. This year, y'all, we started the very first, and I take no credit, but I am honored to be a part of the first Freedom Caucus outside of D.C. Georgia has the first Freedom Caucus in the state legislatures. And I'm honored to be a part of that group. Folks, there's 8 running in this office. And people say, why are you different? Well, I do have a record. I want y'all to check that out. I'm proud of my conservative record of the things I've done. But I think it's important for y'all to know that I have stood up against leadership multiple times. In fact, when I first was elected, the very first session, there was a bill, and it went against my principles. And I told them, I said, I would be happy to negotiate my preferences, but I will not bend on my principles. A few days go by, and the bill is up for vote. But it's important to note that I'm not a no-only guy. If there is a problem on the table, I want to seek a solution inside my principles. So a few of us came up with an amendment to the bill to make it work. And leadership came and put their arm around me at my desk. It was the day of the vote. They said, we need you on this vote. I said, I'm sorry, unless we're voting on our amendment, then I'll be a no. I said, nope, we're voting it straight. I said, I'm going to be a no. He said, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to have to take your best committee. And we're sitting at my desk, and I just kind of scribbled on a piece of paper, I resign, and I slid it over to him. And he kind of bowed up, and he said, we're going to take all of your committees. And I said, that's okay. I'm going to be able to vote constitutionally for my folks right here. And he got angry, and he said, I'm taking your office. I said, that's all right. And he finally said, I'm going to take your parking spot. I laughed too, but I stuck with my principles that day, and that's the type of state representative I am, and that's the type of congressman I'll be. I need your vote, Timothy Barr. Thanks so much.